Hello, Gooners. Let's react to Mikel Arteta's press conference.
Morning, Mikel.
Good morning.
Any fresh injury worries after Wednesday night?
No, we didn't have any surprises there, and hopefully everybody will train well today and available for tomorrow.
First of all, actual injury updates. Players are okay. No riddles, no fog, no we will see. I nearly fell off my chair. This is new territory. Somewhere in Colney, the medical department is probably confused too.
Great news for you. Max Dowman signed a pre-contract agreement ahead of his first professional contract, and he'll be 17, make me feel old at the end of this year. But can you just put into words how happy you are and what message that sends from this football club?
Yeah, it's a proud moment to see him yesterday signing that deal in front of his family and his loved ones, and yeah, big credit to everybody that has been involved in that journey with him to bring him all the way to the first team, and especially in the manner that they've done it. And now we have an amazing talent that day by day I think we need to shape because he's so much there.
This Max Dowman bit is interesting. Great news that Max has signed a pre-contract, and he is not even 17 yet. But more than that, this felt like a middle finger up to everyone who thought Arteta throwing a 15-year-old on the pitch was about ego. It clearly was not. Look at the Champions League game. 17-year-old, 18-year-old debuts. If you are good enough, you play. Simple.
How much did Wednesday night help, though, just to dispel everything that happened last week?
Well, it's just understanding where you are. Certainly when you lose a game, you have a lot of feelings because especially this group of players are so competitive and they seek for excellence, and when you don't reach it, you ask yourself questions, and we did that. But I think my role there as well is to bring optimism and reality of where we are, and yeah, our club has a long history, and to find a moment where in February we are in the position that we are is very difficult to find. So guys, we are doing so many things so well, and let's focus mainly on that. And for sure we want to improve, we want to be better in every area, but with that sense as well of self-confidence and conviction that we are in the right path.
When he says I spoke to the players, you could translate that as I sent a rocket up them. Optimism, yes. Acceptable, no. We have seen him angry before. All or nothing told us everything. Calm words on camera, fire behind the eyes. You know exactly what tone that meeting had. If you hate Spurs or love this video, drop a like or better leave a comment. I have feelings.
Can I ask you about Martin Odegaard and his form? It's 1 goal and 3 assists. I know numbers can say one thing, performance is another. Is there any part of you that's concerned, and is there any part of you that is thinking about maybe to take him out of the firing line a little bit and rest him?
So those are the numbers, but we have to give the full numbers as well, that he's played much less minutes than any other season as well, because he's been 3 times injured. That's the reality. We want to improve that for sure, and we want him affecting the game in the area that we can win football matches, that's for sure. But if you know Martin, how he works every single day, I have no doubt that that will come.
And Darnesh asked about Martin earlier on as well, and his form at the moment. I noticed on the field that he drops quite deep sometimes to try and link the play and get the ball. You mentioned earlier how you want him to get into positions that he's going to affect the game more. When he does drop into those deeper roles, is that by design, or is that as a result of others not doing certain things and he needs to get into those areas?
It's a bit on his nature, and in my nature is to go to the opposite side. But we need to respect as well the qualities and the talent of players, and within that they need to feel as well the freedom in attack, especially to do what they believe is best there.
On the captain question, Martin Odegaard is still captain. He is still playing. Please stop asking silly questions. As for him dropping deep, Arteta basically said, I want him higher, but I also know this is who he is. You can give instructions, but if you fight a player's nature every week, you break them. Freedom with reminders. That is the balance. What do you guys think? Drop a comment.
And Pep's called Arsenal the best team in the world last week. He's also talked about how they have the sort of know-how to win the title, sort of implying there's a difference there between City and Arsenal. Do you think he's playing mind games with you a little bit?
With me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Do you still sort of talk?
Yeah.
Even though you're two top clubs.
Yeah, I don't talk like with my wife every 3 days, but we talked and quite generally, and I think he talks about how he feels, and and that's it. And if there are mind games, there are mind games, but I don't pay too much attention because at the end you have to go on the pitch and deliver.
Because people would find it surprising that you can maintain that relationship and yet be rivals at the same time.
For me, the surprising thing will be not to. And I think it will be a really bad example for sports. And I think in the sport you have to learn. And probably the biggest lesson that the sport has given us is the relationship, for example, that Rafa Nadal and Roger Federer had. And we are not at that level at all, but one of the best in the history, or the two best, one of the best sportsmen, the relation they have between them when they have to play final one against each other. So how the hell I'm not going to have a great relation with someone that I admire, I work with, and is a colleague, but the same with any other opponent. When it goes to the court or to the pitch, that's forgiven.
The Pep question was actually handled perfectly. Arteta saying he does not speak to Pep Guardiola every day like his wife made me laugh. Friends can be rivals. Tennis players do it. Racing drivers do it. Once you cross the white line, you want to destroy each other. After that, you shake hands. That is called being an adult.
Just picked up on something else you said earlier about hoping to expand the Premier League squads because it's affecting players' mental health if they're not selected. What did you mean by that? Have you been able to see that firsthand, and it's quite damaging if the player isn't selected?
Well, because we have a really unique job, which is we have the ability to transform somebody's life, career, which is great, but as well, every week we have to tell somebody, tomorrow you don't do your job. You're not even allowed to travel with the team. So tell me a job that you do that. I cannot go to the kitchen tomorrow and say to two of the chefs, today you don't cook, just go there and see how they cook or go home. It's really tough. So someone that wants to feel part of that, he needs to be there, he needs to travel, he needs to be there, and he has to have the feeling that he has a chance. When you take that chance away, you have to leave that player because he feels that he's not good enough. Because at the end, your decision is clear. I choose another 20 players in front of you. And I think this is something avoidable. Why? Because the demands on games are bigger, so we need bigger squads. So it doesn't make a lot of sense to restrict that, in my opinion. So I think we need to expand that and give the possibility to allow everybody to be part of that. And then we can make the right choice in relation to the game, and then we can manage better the minutes, the psychological and emotional moment, and then how we want to change the game. And I think it's better for absolutely everybody. That's my opinion.
And finally, the squad size point was spot on. Telling two players to stay home before a match is brutal. It messes with heads. I should know he never picks me. Arteta's kitchen analogy was perfect. You cannot tell two chefs to sit down and watch. Footballers are people. Let them travel. Let them feel involved. That is how you build a healthy squad, not a sulky one. Well, hope you enjoyed that. By the way, how about subscribing? If you could ask Arteta one question, what would it be? Besides liking and sharing this video, let me know in the comments, and if you hate Tottenham, stand up.